Hello everyone, welcome to the channel CASHNOMICS. Today we will understand a quality stock, Dell Technologies. Why we are here? Because this stock has given an unbelievable high returns in one day. So my effort is to help you understand the logic behind this price jump and what could be possible forecast for this stock. This disclaimer. Okay, so we'll start with news and then we'll jump to the chart for the analysis, and then the stock forecast and the targets we'll discuss and the conclusion. So this is the news that recently been circulating in the market. So first is Dell stock still a buy after its 33% earnings rally? So this is by Atip Rank's website, where an analyst is giving this analysis from Mizuho, which is more towards the upside. Nvidia, second news is Nvidia jumps into the PCs with a new ARM based chip debuting in laptops from Microsoft, Dell, and HP. This is from the CNBC. Basically, Nvidia is creating probably AI-based servers for which Dell is getting this contract. So ultimately, Dell is achieving a business pipeline because of which this jump has been come on 29th of May. Okay, third news is Dell stock is impossible to ignore right now. This is from Yahoo Finance. So let's have a quick look on the prices jump. So this is on the 29th of May. This stock is open at $317.05, and the lowest it has achieved of 315.75, which is very marginal, gap, and the stock is closed at $421.91, and the highest it has achieved $444.98. So it is like from open to close, it is $103.86 of jump, which is 40.92% jump, which is very huge. So that's why Dell is making a big news into the market. Now let's jump to the chart. So here, this is the chart. You can see this chart is from beginning of 2026 till date, and the last candle is representing 29th of May. And you can see this is very huge candle, and you don't see like the bottom one stick, which is representing the below price, lowest price, but you can see a single line at the top, which is showing the highest value of the stock. So basically, open and close is pretty huge. It is of $103.86, which represents to 40.92%. Now this resistance is basically designed from the analysis of the 29th of May, right? So it has closed above this level, but if we see this same analysis for today's chart, so let's jump to the live market. So in this chart, the today's candle is the last one, which today is 1st of June, and you can see the the market is still running, and from the opening price it has gone till 455. This is the current price of the Dell Technologies stock, and the highest value that has been achieved is $466 roughly. Okay, so now if we check the resistance level, so R1 is 441.02. so definitely there would be the second level of resistance and the third. So the target is pretty high. We'll see in the upcoming slides. Okay, the support level is at 179.26, which might come if there is a correction, but as of now the trend is that what is looking at the chart, it is moving upwards. Okay, so we'll understand this stock furthermore in the next slides. The next is the analysis of the stock. So what are the factors which makes this stock being bullish, and what could be the bearish factors? So there are majorly two factors which makes this as the bullish one. First one is the AI server momentum, which is having the massive AI server demand and a record $51.3 billion of backlog. So this has been new contracts that has been achieved by Dell, which creates a durable high content revenue stream. This elevated per server component content and strong ISG growth structurally increase revenue and product attached for months, supporting sustainable top line and ecosystem leverage. The second factor is the strong cash generation, which is the consistent operating cash flow and material free cash flow, okay, that provides financing flexibility to fund capex, share repurchases, and dividends while servicing debt. This cash generation base strengthens strategic optionality and support capital allocation even amid cyclical demand shifts. Okay, these are the two which is the bullish factors. Let's discuss about the bearish one. This is a weak capital structure on which Dell of course needs to work on. This is the negative equity with sizable debt constraints, financial flexibility, and raises downside risk in an economic pullback. Now, the elevated leverage can limit ability to invest opportunistically, increase refinancing sensitivity, and amplify volatility in returns over the medium term. If we go to the numbers, so let's jump on that. So the day these numbers are majorly focused by the end of 29th of May. So let's discuss this. The day range was 492.27 to 429.15. 52-week high is 429.15. The previous close was 317. Now see the jump from 317 to 429, which is pretty high. The volume has increased a lot from 41.83 million. Average volume is 8.32. Now you can calculate that it's approximately how much? 5 times of the volume increase. So that's a huge volume. The market is pretty high, 274. So Dell is of course a big player into the PC market. So okay, now what we can focus is the P ratio is 32.5. It is high because the stock is becomes more valuable because of making more businesses, and the beta is 2.13, which makes it high risky. EPS estimate is 4.37. okay, so which is good one. Okay, so this is the current scenario of the major KPIs of the Dell Technologies. Now let's discuss about the forecast. Now this is, I have achieved these now, I got these numbers from an open source platform where this information is publicly available. This is not a stock recommendation, just to understand what and different analysts are saying into the market and what are their predictions. So the stock is tentatively would be possibly jump till $550. This is the highest forecast estimated value. Average analyst values is 438.24. okay, which is, and today's one is $450, right? So it has already crossed the average value. The lowest is 215. That is the lowest the stock can go. Okay, so all these numbers are actually, this is the morning number 438.24. Right now we have seen it is 450 already, 450 plus. Now this is about the number of analysts, what they are saying about Dell Technologies, their forecast. This numbers are from July 2025 till this June 2026. okay, now the strong guy, you can see that in Feb there were 2 analysts till March. In April there was 1 analyst which was saying that this is a strong buy to have it in portfolio. However, most of the analysts like 27, 30, 35, 36, still 32 till June 2026, they are recommending for the buy. Okay, hold is like if you already purchased the stock, then hold it. So 1 analyst, now this thing to be noticed, and it is pretty important. there was only one analyst. It has increased to 2 in March 2026, then plus 1, the third one in April, and then suddenly it is like 7 analysts. They are emphasizing to hold it in May and June. So I think this is the important factor to be noticed over here. Sell recommendation, again it is being decreasing, 4 then 2 1 1, right? Strong sell, no one is saying that strong sell, because of course the stock is in the trend of moving upwards. Okay, so how many analysts have been covered under this analysis by TipRanks website? It is 34, then 38, 41, 44 and 40. So you can see that there is of course in number of analysts has also been increased in this survey, and their points have been mentioned over here. So jumping into the conclusion, so what we can conclude out of this analysis, so still there is potential as per the analysts recommendation of $550, which is the highest. Fundamentals do support this growth because of upcoming business pipeline, and everything is not rosy or green, because we have seen that there are some bearish factors also, which is actually the weak capital structure, which could be which could limit this growth, on which Dell needs to work on. Probability of growth could rise if more such business pipeline increases in the future, which is like AI servers based development. That is that kind of contract if could achieve further in by Dell Technologies. Okay, so this is the TipRanks website, where you can see that on 1st of June, what is the current status when the market is running. It is currently trading at $455, where the forecast analysis is almost same. 550 is still the highest, 455 is the average one, and $240 is the lowest one. So there is an increase in the low, and there is of course there is an increase in the average value, okay, which is currently at the current price of 455. Right, we jump now to the analysts, what their feedback. So there are analysts from Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Barclays, Citibank. Okay, so most of them are giving the position to buy. Okay, and the price target, you can see 500, 448, $550, 475, 500. So average, if I see that where they are pretty close to the $500, so there is still potential that the stock could achieve till like roughly to the $500. So this is not the stock recommendation, of course not. You have to do your analysis, but I'm just giving clue that way you could jump and do your analysis. Okay, and yeah, there is one more thing that one should notice over here, that the upside potential what they are recommending is 9.43%, 20.38, 3.96, 9.43%, 8.78. So the point is, of course, if you have catch this stock or bought the stock over here, you could have achieved a good profit. However, there is still potential to go till here, and a short-term profit making could be possible. And this is only just like $50 or $60 of the gap left, so which is very small window. But what I wanted to highlight here is this. This is the resistance, second resistance line, which is 566. If the stock is crossing next day an open price above $443, so there could be a possibility that it could ride further to achieve to the second resistance line, which is 566, 568 plus. You can see that is the thing. And the third resistance line is at 701, which is pretty huge. So if you are targeting this stock for short term, so you can confidently, I won't say confidently, do your analysis to make it till $500. And if you're looking for long-term investment, probably you can do a research further and make a note of these resistance lines R2 and R3. Okay, and then jump into whether you should buy the stock or not. So here I'll close this analysis on the conclusion part. And thank you for watching. If you like the video and if you like my effort, please do subscribe my channel and support my efforts. Please hit the like button. Thank you.